It's been a while since I've done one of these videos, but for the first time in 2026, I want to bring you guys a fast look. I had this game on my radar the last couple of months. It looked pretty interesting, looked like it had a flavor of Twisted Metal, Spy Hunter. I am talking about Carmageddon Rogue Shift. It just came out this month. I have a lot of different opinions. It seems like people are mixed about the game online. I definitely like the roguelike elements. They will keep players very goal-oriented throughout the runs, attempting to get better upgrades as they go along, as is the standard for the genre of roguelike games. However, this does present, in my mind, two issues. It's unclear how much longevity this game will have, and when they made the cars in this game and the driving, it just feels kind of slow, and that's kind of worsened by the fact that this is a roguelike, so from the beginning you aren't playing the strongest version of a car. Seriously, the beginning of this game will feel like a bit of a slog, and at times will get quite a bit frustrating. You're gonna have to dump some hours into this because you need the better car unlocks, you need better modifiers, etc. And I think that's gonna turn off some of the more casually interested players that pick up this game, maybe thinking that it's a little bit different. The very first impression I got when I started racing was that one, the car just feels too slow. It does not feel like I'm going very fast. And two, the cars do not handle well. They're either too tanky or way too spin out happy. And then another problem that I think persists throughout this game is just the lack of being able to do anything. You're going to have to get used to the sound effect of not having enough ammo because you will be hearing it a lot. 80% of my runs, I would say, I am hearing that click, 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 click because I have no more ammo. I have no more shots to fire. It feels a little bit weird in a game like this, in a game that's trying to emulate Twisted Metal, maybe some other battle racing type of games that are out there, to just constantly be out of ammo non-stop. And couple that with getting spun out, once you finally reorient the car or respawn, now you have to catch up with the rest of the field. And let me tell you, I would rather be driving uphill in a Pinto than getting spun out in this game and having to restart, no boost, and just going from zero. It definitely grinds the pacing and the gameplay to a halt. While I generally found myself enjoying the gameplay, I found the tracks to be really, really cool in Carmageddon. I kind of wish that they gave you just a little bit more to interact with. Maybe like a free track boost that you get if you ride over it, or more environmental takedowns that you can do on enemies if you trigger a trap or something like that. And while I mentioned that some of the cars handle poorly, especially the early hours in Carmageddon, this game makes incredibly good use of one of the best battle racing game mechanics out there, the side attack. It is so satisfying when you get side by side with a low health enemy and time it just right to dash left or right, wrecking them. And even better if the enemy was totally out of sight, off screen when you did it, so you're just kind of like quick scoping it, no scoping it. It's pretty sick. And while I know I've listed a lot of cons, I have to say that despite some of them, I certainly found myself addicted. But I think we definitely have to talk about that. And before we talk more about that specifically, I also just real quick want to throw in some of the other cons I mentioned. The music I found to be a little bit generic. I think the zombies would have been a little bit more interesting if they maybe had some more impact. Maybe if they damaged the cars instead of wanting you to drive over them, you wanted to avoid them. I don't know, but I thought the zombies could have been a little bit more interesting. And with Carmageddon, it's very gameplay oriented. Minimal, unvoiced cutscenes, and not much, like not even hints, really, of a story. You do get some cool cutscenes that introduce the boss cars, some like pre-race cutscenes. But again, not voiced, not really much of a story going on here. If you literally just want to crash cars, this may do it for you. But I think this could contribute to my earlier concerns that the game may not have that much longevity for people. Again, I found myself getting invested, despite some frustration and despite a couple of drawbacks with this game. But while the action parts gave me a lot of enjoyment, and I found myself addicted to want to try more runs, I'm not sold on this not becoming just another roguelike game that starts hot only to fizzle out and join the long list of other unique indie roguelikes that I just never play anymore. I've also barely scratched the surface of what's in this game, but it seems to me like it may need more content. Still, I do like what's here. I could see myself playing this for more hours, and if I ever get a Steam Deck, I think it benefits from the roguelike aspect just because it would be great to have this on the go, to pull out the Steam Deck and just go to town on a couple of races. I also find it interesting, it feels exactly like a racing game that I played in 2025, and I'm getting the sense that the developers of these various indie racing games are leaning more towards trying to bring back Twisted Metal style of racing games, which I think is great. You know, battle racers are fantastic. Like I said, Twisted Metal, Spy Hunter is great. Sometimes racing shouldn't just be about running smooth lines, but destroying your competition with firepower. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed another fast look, Carmageddon, Rogue Shift. Go check out the game for yourself. Find out if you like it, if you don't like it. And definitely make sure to like, comment, subscribe on this video. I'm mostly doing streams right now, but I am always on the lookout for cool racing games and other fun video ideas for the channel. You can also go check out Two Stupid Gamers. That's the other channel that I'm involved with my friend. And yeah, you can also catch me streaming. I try to stream 2 to 3 times per week. Twitch and YouTube. All the links are in the description below. Anyway, I'm Mash the Stampede, and I'll see you next time.